What's up guys, it's Cullen here with Up North Outdoors. In this video we're going to be doing some winter Sherp camping, but we're only going to be using gear from Temu. Well, I think this will be camp for the night. Alright guys, so this video is sponsored by Temu. If you're not familiar with Temu, they're a super popular online commerce site that you can order pretty much anything from, and everything is really cheap. They offer free shipping on anything shipped from Temu and free returns for 90 days. They also have a pretty nice price protection policy. So if you order something from them and the price drops within 30 days, you can actually request a partial refund. Which is super nice because there's nothing worse than ordering something online and then seeing it for half the price the week later after you order it. So you can download the Temu app and get some extra perks if you use my link in the description. You can also use my code here to get even more perks at Temu. And as we do this camping video, I will be listing all the stuff that I ordered from Temu. So if you're interested, you could definitely order it yourself as well. So let's see what I got from them and see if I can use it to survive out here in the Minnesota winter. Oh, also a little disclaimer. So I am sponsored by Temu, but I did talk to them and ask them if I can still give honest reviews, because I never like to do reviews in my channel and, you know, plug something that isn't good. So keep in mind as we're going through this stuff, they're a commerce site, so they don't make these products. You just order them through them. So if some of these products aren't the best, they're not Temu's products. But yeah, I have the green light to give my honest review on all this stuff, so I'm not gonna feed you guys full bull crap, but keep in mind, I am sponsored by them. All right, so I ordered all this stuff and I planned on doing a full camping video, like in the woods with a tent with all this gear, but Minnesota winter hit really, really fast. So the first thing I ordered here was a pretty sweet pop-up tent. I'm not going to be using that today. I'm going to be sleeping in the Sherp because it's going to get down into the teens tonight, and I would like to have the insulated Sherp and possibly use the heater in there if I have to, but we will probably open this up and look at this later. The next thing I ordered, which I will be using, is a sleeping bag. So this is a winter sleeping bag. It's the warmest one I could find on their site. I believe it said it'll keep you warm down to about, it'll keep you warm till 23 degrees Fahrenheit or -5 Celsius. So this should keep me pretty warm tonight. Like I said, I think it's supposed to get into the teens, but I am sleeping in an insulated Sherp, and I might run the heater a little bit before I camp, but we'll see. I'll try to stay in this, use just this bag as long as I can, and try to see if that 23 degrees is accurate. Now, all right, so here she is. It looks just how it looked in the pictures when I ordered it. It's definitely plenty tall. I'm gonna fit in it, no problem. It's got the nice flannel inside, and it feels pretty heavy, which is good. So this should hopefully keep me pretty warm. And this is actually the most expensive item out of everything that I ordered. So this right here was $56, which when it comes to cold weather sleeping bags is actually really cheap. I've got a zero bag that I've spent, I want to say I've spent $200 on my zero bag. And then I've got some 32 degree bags that I've also spent well over $100 on. So if this works and keeps me warm for $56, it's definitely a pretty solid deal. Next thing we got right here is a cooking set. This just says cooking set out of doors. The out of doors cooking set. So I'm gonna be using this to make my dinner tonight. Comes with a nice carry bag, and you've got an assortment of little pots in here. So a smaller one, it's actually got the nice folding grips on them. And then we've got, oh, my thumb's stuck in here. Then we've got a big pot. So we got a big pot, little pot. Both have the nice handles, and the big pot actually has measuring on the inside too, which is nice. It's got it in ounces and milliliters. And then it also comes with a little baggie. It's got a flip open spoon here, which is nice, and a flip open butter knife and a flip open fork. So got all the utensils that you need to eat your food in a nice little bag. So this entire cooking set was only $13.60 from Temu. If any of you guys do a lot of camping and stuff, you'll know that camping cook sets can get ridiculously stupid expensive. So $13 is super cheap when it comes to camping cookware. So up next, we've got a camp axe here. This is the cheapest axe I could find on their site. Pretty sweet. Comes with a little sheath on there. It's got a nice, pretty solid handle. Like the head isn't wiggly in here, which is one thing to look for in an axe. It's mounted good. It's got good grip, and it's got a little like thwacker puncture part here. You can break glass with, or a skull, or whatever. And then we've got just your normal axe blade here. It's got a little clip here. So you can hang it from like a belt or a tree or something like that, if you can see that here. It's got a little serration. And this is actually for bolts. That's what that is. So it looks like you can do a 6 up to a 14 millimeter bolt. It's grooved out in there, so you can use it as a tool that way as well. And then they also have 1/4 inch. So that's interesting, but we're gonna be using this to collect our firewood today, because I need to get a campfire going to cook my food so I don't go hungry tonight. And this axe came out to the grand total of $13.69. So this definitely is very cheap when it comes to an axe or a hatchet. You know, quality axes, you can spend easily hundreds of dollars on nice axes or hatchets. So if this does the job well for 13 bucks, it might not be a bad option. And then last but not least, we've got a 15-in-1 survival kit. So this is supposed to have 15 items in here that I need to survive. And this is probably the most important thing that I got for tonight. Kind of let you get a peek of what is in here. All right, so the first thing we got is an emergency blanket. You know, not really sure what this is. It's just a little clip with a loop. Yeah, I guess leave a comment on what this is. I'm not really sure. Right here we got a paracord bracelet with a built-in compass in it. So that's sweet. You can never have enough paracord in a survival situation. So if you can wear it on yourself and always have paracord with you, that's always nice to have. And of course the compass is always important. Okay, the compass is pointing, says north is south right now. And when I move it around, now it's saying north is north, but it's not working the greatest. But it's also winter in Minnesota, and there's a good chance that this probably froze when it was in the mail truck and got delivered. Well, other than the compass being a little iffy, this paracord. Next in here we have more paracord. So we just got a nice little bundle, $5.50. Never have enough of it. Next thing we got in here, I believe this is a bigger compass. So we'll see if this one is a little more accurate. So this compass works. Yeah, when I hold it flat, it goes back north every time. North is up here and it keeps pointing north. So that's nice. It's always good to have a compass in a survival kit, especially. Or whenever you're camping, really, because GPSs are nice, electronics are nice, but electronics can also fail. They can also run out of battery, so it's always good to have compasses. And it's also good to usually have 3 compasses. So if you have one compass like this one that's not working, it's nice to have 3. So you can, if you think one's off, you can double check it with the 2, and if 2 are working, pointing north, that's probably the one that's accurate. So that's one thing that I learned when I was in Alaska, actually. All right, so next you got a flashlight. I just opened it up. There's no battery in it, and it doesn't look like the kit comes with a battery. So definitely, if you get this kit, before you put it in your pack, stick a battery in your flashlight. But it looks like it's an LED. It's got a big diode in there, so I'm sure it makes light. This is kind of the main reason I wanted to get this kit, was because of this one tool right here. And this is a fire rod. So this is what I'm gonna try to use to get my fire going tonight. So this is a ferro rod. It has paint on it right now, so you gotta scrape that paint off. But then you should be able to, yep, use it to make sparks. So this is what I'm gonna start my fire with tonight. This is one thing that you always wanna have in a pack, because when matches are wet, matches don't work, and same with lighters, where this, even if it's raining or we're in snow and it's soaking wet, this will always work. So that is awesome. We got a spoon, pretty self-explanatory, it's got a spoon on it and then a spork and a little serration, and it's got some other little tools in here too. Little fishing kit here. So we got some fishing line, looks like some little floaters, some little plastic baits in there, some sinkers, and a few hooks. So that's definitely nice. Where we're camping today, I don't have any water, so I probably won't use that, but it's nice to have. Got a carabiner. These are always nice for hanging things up, attaching gear, whatnot. Yep, so we got a whistle, flathead screwdriver, and a Phillips screwdriver. We've got some metal wire here. So this actually looks like this could be used to make like a snare or a trap for like rabbits, things like that. Then lastly, we've got this little card here. Let's see what is in here. So this is one of those little multi-survival tools here. It's got a blade on it, it's got a serration on it, and it's got just a handful of little tools inside this little key card. So that's everything that comes in that survival kit, and that's everything that I got from Temu. So I'm gonna try to survive tonight just off of this gear alone. Yeah, see if I can't make it through the night, get myself some food, and get a fire started. All right, so sunset's in about 45 minutes, so I need to hurry up, go get some firewood. So I'm gonna take my camp axe, see if I can't get some wood and get some dry kindling, because I didn't bring like any cotton balls, any kind of fire starter. So I'm gonna be going way back to the bushcraft basics and try to start a fire basically naturally, just using the ferro rod. So main thing for starting a fire in the snow is you really don't want to use anything that's like laying in the snow, obviously, because a lot of that's probably going to be saturated. So big thing is finding dead standing wood. That's going to be your driest wood. That's going to burn the best. So like even some of these live trees, like this tree, it's got dead branches on the bottom. So like I can take these branches for kindling. You can also use wood that's laying on the ground, but don't use the bottom pieces, you know, use the branches and stuff that are sticking up and out. And aren't saturated and wet. All right, big thing about starting a fire like this is all about prep. You don't want to just rush into trying to get it going. You want to be prepared, and that'll help you be successful. So what I got here is a bunch of tiny little dry sticks for kindling. I've got kind of smaller sticks, medium-sized sticks, and then I'll be getting some bigger sticks and logs there to put on the fire once we get it ripping. But right now what I need to try to find is something that'll catch a spark with my ferro rod. So I gotta go try to find some fibery stuff. Another thing you can do is split wood, so you get into really nice dry wood and make nice little wood shavings. Those will light up too, but I don't have a saw to cut a nice log to split, and I also don't have a knife. So I could definitely use the axe, but I'm gonna see if I can't find just some kind of fibery stuff that would catch. All right, let's see if we can't get a fire started here. I haven't done a fire like this in probably 10 years. What I remember is these cattails, they light really good, but they also burn out really fast. So we gotta try to get some of these little sticks on fire right away. Fluff it up a little better. There we go. Oh. I don't know if this is dry enough. Okay, cattails ain't working. We gotta find something different. I think I might have gotten a little cocky. I used to go out in the woods all the time and start fires with nothing, but I forgot it takes a little work. But as I was doing that and looked over, I remember the best fire starter in nature. Birch bark. And we got a dead one right here, so I don't have to feel bad peeling the skin off of it. So I'm gonna grab just a pile of birch bark here, and we should be able to get this fire going. If I can't get this fire started with birch bark, then I don't know, I might as well pack up and go home. I did lay this piece of cardboard down here just to keep the snow off everything. You can use a piece of bark or whatever too. I'm not using it to start the fire. Gosh dang. Okay. Those cattail fuzzies, if you're feeling some more, are wet. So is the birch bark. I think the birch bark will still burn good, but I need to get some kind of flame to put them in first. So I just really need to try to find something dry. I can't really, with that axe, I can't get good enough shavings. So I gotta try to find some dry, fibery stuff. And the sun has set now. Spending a lot of time trying to get this fire started. Thought this would be a lot easier. I've got one last idea here. I did bring a first aid kit I always bring with me when I go camping. Let's see if there's any alcohol swabs in here. Everything is wet, and I've been trying to start this fire for way too long now. Alcohol prep pad. Might be able to get these going. If I can just get a flame, a small flame, I know I can get this birch bark lit. There we go. There we go. Cheated a little bit, but you should always have a first aid kit on you. You should always have those alcohol pads, so. Birch bark burns really good. I'm gonna let this fire burn down, get a nice little coal bed going to boil my water to cook my food with. But I was thinking, if any of you guys want all this stuff after this video, the axe, the tent, the sleeping bag, the survival kit, all that good stuff, you could make an awesome Christmas gift for a kid that's into the outdoors, especially if there's any of you guys that are in need and struggling during this Christmas season. Send me a message on Instagram, Up North Outdoors with a Z. I'll have a link in my description as well. That's the best way to reach me. Send me a DM on there, and I'd be happy to send it to one of you guys, especially if you guys are needing it. You can make an awesome gift. So just hit me up, guys. Gonna keep it simple for supper tonight. Gonna do a mountain house. but I'm gonna use their cookware here to boil up some water. I'm gonna have some chicken and dumpling. I like to do more than what the mountain houses recommend for water for the chicken and dumpling because it's a soup, so I like it to be actually a little soupy. Oh, time for supper. Chicken and dumpling. This was probably my favorite mountain house I had when I was in Alaska. Spoon, spork combo. Actually, this is the one from the survival kit. It's just a little bit longer than the one that came with the cook set, so. Looks like we're nice and warm in here. Just a nice thick chicken dumpling. The cooking pot worked great over the fire. I was getting frustrated trying to get that fire started. I used to be like, when I was a kid and preteen, and I was super into bushcrafting. You know, going out in the woods with my little axe and knife and making survival shelters and making fires and doing all that, and I actually got pretty good at it. I could go out with my flint and steel and I would be able to start a fire with not needing any cotton balls or alcohol wipes like I used, but that's how I remembered that would work though, because I always had fun like testing, seeing what was flammable with the fire steel to put in my little survival kits I made. So I remember that those alcohol swabs were one of those things that actually worked really good. I'm glad I remembered that, because when it's wet, it had been raining earlier today, like a freezing rain, and everything was damp. That's actually what I started this channel originally for, was bushcrafting videos I made when I was like 12. That was like the very first videos on my channel was doing bushcrafting videos. I had to take most of them down now, unfortunately, because a couple of years ago I actually almost got my channel removed because I had an old pocket knife review video, and 10 years later YouTube decided they didn't really like people under the age of 18 using knives and hatchets and stuff, so they started striking my old videos. So I had to take a lot of those down just to protect my channel. If you look back at my old videos, there might still be a couple that are up, but a lot of them are gone now. That was the start of Up North Outdoors, was doing that. It's pretty crazy. Oh, all right. I finished up the food and I just got changed into some sweats, some more comfortable stuff, and on my bibs. I'm gonna get my sleeping set up here. So I am gonna be trying the Temu sleeping bag, but I am going to use my old sleeping bag just as a mattress pad. That's okay. It's just got a zipper on both sides. It's kind of nice. And I will grab my pillow right here. I'm gonna turn off the main light and get crawled into bed here. So I looked, and it is actually only supposed to get down to 26 degrees tonight. And this bag says it should keep me alive in 24. So I'm not wearing anything crazy. I'm just wearing I do have my long johns on, some sweatpants, and then I've just got normal layers you wear camping. I got a t-shirt, like a North Face fleece, and then just a hoodie. So we'll see Doesn't seem too bad, but it's not super thick, so we'll see. See if it keeps me warm. Alright guys, I might do a little bit of editing here, and then I'm gonna hit the sack. So hopefully I don't have to give you any midnight updates because I sleep through the night and stay nice and warm, but I'll let you know if I wake up and have to turn the heater on. Also, like 99% of you guys are not subscribed that are watching my videos, so please subscribe. I really, really would appreciate it.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. and I stayed in the Temu bag. Didn't turn the heater on. Definitely was a bit chilly. I was waking up fairly cold, but I kind of cocooned back in and I was able to get through it, but I definitely was waking up a lot, but it kept me alive, which is good, so they weren't lying about it. Oh, but I think I'm gonna stay in here until it gets light. It's dark, it's scary out. See you guys in a bit.
Good morning. Oh. When I went back to sleep, I ended up sleeping way too much now because I need to leave for church in like 10-15 minutes, and I'm not ready for church. So I'm gonna pack up. I guess I don't really have anything to pack. Everything's in the Sherp. Gonna head out of here, try to get home and get changed real quick for church. Trails are actually pretty tight, so I'm having to watch my back end when I make some of these turns so I don't swing it into a big tree. Alright, we made her home. I am gonna get ready for church and I'll talk to you guys afterwards. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. Big thanks to Temu for sponsoring the video. All the stuff did way better than I expected. Would definitely not be afraid to order from them. I want to wrap up this video with the verse of the day. This is Isaiah 7:14. Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. So this is Isaiah prophesizing the birth of Jesus, our Lord and Savior. God bless, guys. Jesus loves you, and I'll see you in the next video.